Hey Donovan, I'm sure that you're feeling a lot of emotions right now after such a tough loss. I'm wondering if you could take me through just that final play and seeing Mike's shot not go down. We saw you go down to the floor after that for a minute.
Gary kind of jumped out, spun. I didn't even know where he was, and he made a play. And then Mike made they missed the layup, and Mike came down, and it looked good, man. But sometimes it's just the way it works. Yeah, that's credit to them. They made a play. Credit to Jokic for making the hook shot. Yeah, we fought hard and came back, man. I go to war with any one of these guys in the locker room, any one of these coaches. We could have easily chalked it up in the first half and said, well, but we have grit and fight, and that's all you can really ask for as a whole. And yeah.
Okay, next question will come from Jonathan Scott, TNT.
Everything that's happened in the bubble, as the journey comes to an end, what's your last words and your experience here in the NBA?
The NBA did an incredible job, is doing an incredible job of again, allowing us to finish out the season, give fans exposure and us to get our message out. With that being said, the pain that's on my face right now and the way I feel, I can only imagine what's going through these victims' families. And I know I'm probably going to go back there and cry again. And I just want to go out and just say, look, man, like, this is a game. People lost their family members to police brutality and racism. I can only imagine. So I want to say that. I want to get that out there because the way that I'm feeling right now is nothing compared to that. And I appreciate the NBA and everybody in this league for continuing to push that message because it's not stopping. I just wanted to say that whether we won or lost, that was going to be the first thing I said. I forgot to say. I should have said it, but yeah.
Okay, next question we'll have from Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Donovan, just in the wake of that, how disappointing is it that this is a team that seemed to make strides during the season, difficult season, very up and down, a lot of things that you guys went through, and you come that close to advancing to the second round, only to fall that short. Just what are the emotions that are going through your mind right now?
We shouldn't have even been in this situation. That's where a lot of the emotion comes from. There were so many things we can go to as a unit, and I think that's what hurts the most. We can go to my 8-second violation in game 1. We can go to blowing a 15-point lead in game 5. We can go to not being ready to play, not matching their level, I should say, in game 6. But yeah, like there's so many things that I just feel like we could have did, and we didn't. And I think that's just where the hurt really comes because, quite frankly, I give them credit, but I feel like we kind of eased off the gas in game 5. And we've never really been in this situation. It comes with experience as a whole. We have guys that have been experienced, but as a whole, we haven't been there as a unit, and that's on us. But I just didn't think that we should have been in game 7. We had multiple opportunities to put them away, and they capitalized. And they're experienced. They've played in game 7s. They played in times like this, and I got to give them credit. But there's certain things that you look back on, and we could have definitely capitalized to not even be in this position. But we'll fix it.
All right, next up, Mark Spears, who's got a review.
Donovan, I'm proud of you about the message that you use, the way you use your platform with these two.
Excuse me?
I'm proud of the way you use your platform with these people.
I'm very happy. I think the biggest thing is continuing to push, continuing to voice and use your voice. And at the end of the day, we came down here for a reason. Thank you. We came down here for a reason. and obviously to win a championship, but to spread the message. We stopped playing and continued playing because we want to continue to preach our message, not just for the game, but I'm very happy with the way things went as far as being able to come back on the floor and the NBA and the owners and us agreeing on certain things. And I hope this as these playoffs go, as everybody watches, we continue to push what's really needed in this world, man. And I've told you, Mark, I've seen both sides growing up and going to private school, being a predominantly white school, being really the only one black kids in the school. I've seen both sides. I've told you during the week I had to be one kid, and on the weekends when I was playing AAU, I was a different kid. There's two Americas, and I felt like I used my voice in the best way possible, and I'm going to continue to do that when we go home. And I just implore and encourage everybody that's here, and they've been doing a great job just to continue to push. The more these games escalate, and the more they get closer to the finals and to the finals, I hope guys continue to use their voice, because people are listening and things are starting to turn. We just got to keep going.
Alrighty, Tony Jones, The Athletic.
Donovan, I know this might be a loaded question, but how do you guys go from being a 50-win, really good team, year after year, to being a contender? What has to be done, and do you think that some of that is on you individually?
Well, when we get Bojan back, I want to say I'm proud of everybody in this locker room, because to be honest with you, nobody picked us to even be in this situation. We had pictures of what every reporter, every single one, had Nuggets in 4, 5, 6. I think 1 or 2 had them in 7. We saw it. We used it as fuel. And to do that without our second leading scorer, guys stepped up, guys made plays. Getting Bojan back could definitely help. I think take my game to another level. Being able to play both ends of the floor, which I received a lot of. I feel like that was the reason why I was drafted, to play defense. That's why I was picked. I wasn't picked to do all I've been doing, and I kind of evolved into that. But conditioning, continue to get my body right for that next level. Continue just to build chemistry. We went from being an unsalvageable team about 3 months ago to this, and I don't think anybody outside of us expected that. And I'm happy with the way we played. Obviously not the result, but look, man, like we got things that we know we can fix, and like I said, we felt like we kind of gave certain situations where we had control of the series, and we let it get out of hand. And if you would have told us before coming here we would have had control of 3-1 of a series without Bojan, not to say I would have thought you were lying. I have faith in us, but it was something that just didn't seem. I guess a team like that too just didn't seem as real as it was. And we got down here, we worked, and everybody locked in, from the rookies to the coaches. We just got to do more. And when Bojan coming back, I'm not putting everything on Bojan, but like with him coming back, it's another weapon, and this won't happen again. Yeah.
Okay, question from Taylor Brooks. Bleacher Report is there with you.
Hey, Donovan. I know you lost just as a final play, and what it was like in your head then, but once that was over, you were on the floor for a bit. Can you walk me through the emotions that you felt on the ground?
To be honest with you, I'm in shock. That was really it. I think the biggest thing was you work so hard as a unit, as a whole, to get to a point that we got to, and we were this close. We were down, and we came back and fought and fought and clawed, and to be that close, that hurts. And I didn't really know what else to do. I was exhausted. And I just kind of laid there. I don't know, man. It sucks. This will be on my mind for a long time, and this kind of reminds me of last year, going 4-23 from the field. That kind of fueled my entire season. In Game 5 against Houston, and fueled everything I did this year. It's just another thing to fuel me for next year. I'll be back. We'll be back. But that's really what that was.
Okay, Brian Miller, KSL.
learned about yourselves and your team having to go through this 3-day series?
We're ready to fight through anything. That's one thing I've learned about this team, and that's always been the case. It's a character thing to come back the way we did and to fight the way we did. We ready to compete through anything. And myself, there's certain things I can't lie to you. I kind of was surprised on little things that I've done and accomplished, but it's nothing that I haven't worked on. There was criticisms of what I could do on the offensive end and the defensive end, and I feel like I've took a step in that the right direction. Like I said, this isn't the last of it. This is me scratching the surface. I know what I can do. I know what I worked for. I know how hard I work, and I know how hard this team has worked. And this won't be the end of it. And that's one thing. And that's really what's fueling me, because this ain't it. Like, this ain't the end. This is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning. And I'm ready to go hoop again right now.